I'm John Reneski, and I'm your instructor for this course. This is Ziggy, and he's going to play a role in this video in a little bit. I'm going to put him down in just a second, but he actually wanted to say hello. So there you go, Zig man. As I was saying, I'm John Reneski, and I'm your instructor for this course. I have another video that's available that will give you a significant amount of information on my background, but I wanted to take the opportunity of this video to explain to you my teaching philosophies. First, what do you call your course director? Perhaps even more important, what have your past course directors called themselves? Let me share several short stories with you that will illustrate the points that I want to make in this video. First, a very long time ago when I was in college, right out of high school, I was taking a logic class being taught by a professor from the philosophy department at Temple University. The professor's name was, well, before I tell you his name, let me share with you the definition of philosophy, which is the study of problems concerning matters such as existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language. What would you name your child if you knew he or she was going to grow up and be a philosophy professor? You're not going to believe this. My professor's name was Bill Wisdom. I kid you not. Dr. Wisdom explained that he was a professor, not a teacher. He said that it was our responsibility to learn. That in high school, if you don't learn, the teacher is blamed. However, things are different in college. Learning is your job. The students, he said his job was to bring us to the fountain and that it was up to us to decide to drink, sip, or just rinse with it. This notion is often embraced with the use of modern instructional design and facilitation theories. However, as an adult, this philosophy has never fully resonated with me. Let me explain. During one of my first management tenures, my new boss, a wonderful lady from Virginia, explained my role and responsibilities and stressed that in addition to everything else, my top responsibility was to find and develop my replacement. Over the years, I have often reflected on the conversation and thought about the implications and meaning. It guided me as I took on senior management and executive roles. When I first went to work at Disney, I took a step backward from an executive position into an operations position in frontline management. I made the change in an effort to be associated with the Disney brand. I opened the World of Disney retail store in downtown Disney, which is now part of the Disney Springs resort area. While Disney has great training programs, the group of cast members that I had responsibility for were part of the Villains themed room, which was primarily comprised of watches and jewelry, both costume and high-end diamond and gold jewelry. The Disney training was designed to produce merchandise presenters whose only responsibility was to show the jewelry or watch. Selling wasn't part of the equation. I decided to close this gap by creating a series of courses that I branded as the Villains Academy. When I left the World of Disney to open Disney's Animal Kingdom, my staff presented me a certificate of appreciation. Let me read the certificate. There we go. I'll bring it up close for you to take a look at for a second. This Villain Certificate is a token of our everlasting gratitude. We acquired a wealth of knowledge due to your leadership and training. For that, we are forever grateful. The final test of a leader is that he leaves behind in others the conviction and the will to carry on. Your presence in the villain room will be sorely missed. The certificate is signed sincerely from past and present villains at the time. And there were all over 40 names on the certificate. That goes all the way back to the mid-90s. My first manager from Virginia instilled in me the belief that if I provided my employees the knowledge to do their jobs well, then the company would benefit and I would be developing my replacement. Although I've had many different roles over the years, I have always seen a distinction between my role and my purpose. My purpose has been to help individuals achieve as much success as possible by knowing as much as possible in order to do their job. All those years later, the certificate for my staff reinforced this belief and demonstrated the philosophy that defines my purpose. The last story I will tell will again demonstrate this principle as it extends to the title of this video. One of my favorite books is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. How was my French? This book. The book is a child's fairy tale, but it can also be seen as a philosophical treatise on human nature. The book talks about a prince's travel to a strange land where he meets an assortment of strange characters, with which he often has a conversation. I've often used several quotes from the book when making certain types of documentary films. For example, de Saint-Exupéry, again with the French, writes, "The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They are felt with the heart." In this quote, he is talking about the inner soul, the spirit. Let me read a section that will bring this video to a close. It begins with a fox, and the fox says, "Good morning." "Good morning," the little prince answered politely, though when he turned around, he saw nothing. "I'm here," the voice said, "under the apple tree." "Who are you?" the little prince asked. "You're very pretty." "I'm a fox," the fox said. "Come and play with me," the little prince proposed. "I'm feeling so sad." "I can't play with you," the fox said. "I'm not tamed." "Ah, excuse me," said the little prince. But upon reflection, he added, "What does tamed mean?" "You're not from around here," the fox said. "What are you looking for?" "I'm looking for people," said the little prince. "What does tamed mean?" "People," said the fox, "have guns and they hunt. It's quite troublesome. And they also raise chickens. That's the only interesting thing about them." "Are you looking for chickens?" "No," said the little prince. "I'm looking for friends." "What does tamed mean?" "It's something that's been too often neglected. It means to create ties." "To create ties," said the prince. "That's right," said the fox. "For me, you're only a little boy, just like 100,000 other little boys, and I have no need of you. And you have no need of me either. For you, I'm only a fox like 100,000 other foxes. But if you tame me, we'll need each other. You'll be the only boy in the world for me. I'll be the only fox in the world for you." "I'm beginning to understand," said the little prince. In my mind, the lessons from this story are simple. When you decide to be a teacher, a special relationship develops between you and the student. For example, have you ever had pets? Here comes Ziggy. We've had both cats and dogs, but we're primarily a dog family. Dogs talk to you, and we tend to talk back. Our dogs, Ziggy and we have another one, Harmony, are very good talkers. We've trained them to do a number of tricks. But for every trick we've taught them, I think they have taught us at least 2. The line in my villain certificate that always brings a smile to my face is, "We acquired a wealth of knowledge." I still check in on those 40 or so cast members and make sure they are doing well, no matter where they are. I have a bond and a duty. This bond and duty will often lead me to bring in outside resources, literature, and other experiences and work to build dots for you. Sometimes a few dots, and sometimes many more dots are needed in order that you, the student, can connect them. So, whether you call me course director, professor, facilitator, or even teacher, it doesn't matter. My purpose is to help you achieve your fullest potential by learning, and knowing. This is John Reneski. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. Think Marketing.